Welcome to this Profit Protector Pro deep dive training with myself. I'm Holly and this is my co-host Kaylee.
Hello.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, guys. So what's going to happen today is we're going to show you a series of videos, and then you're going to be able to watch them and then ask questions and everything like that. So we won't be here whilst the videos are playing. Well, at least we won't be on screen. We'll be in the background, and then we'll come back and we'll be live and we can answer all of your questions. Okay, so we have Profit and ROI. This is a new feature in Profit Protector Pro. It's a relatively short video because although it's a great new feature, it's quite small and there isn't a whole lot to say about it, but let's get into it.
Okey-doke. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about something that is fairly new to Profit Protector Pro. So it may be that you haven't noticed or you haven't seen any of our posts about it. So this is a demo account, but I'm going to illustrate to you what I'm talking about. So this is now we have the profit and the ROI within your inventory section. So I'm in the inventory section. You'll see here I've got a product, and you'll see that now I have a profit and an ROI figure. So this is based on your current price, and it's super useful when checking on your repricing. So as I scroll down, you'll see that I now have profit and ROI figures for each one. So this is also based on your break-even settings in your Profit Protector Pro account, the cost price, and of course any Amazon fees. It uses the ROI method that you have got selected in your settings. So if I just show you, if you go to account and then you go to break-even settings, you'll see here that I have got method 1 selected as my method. You can get information about the calculation methods by just clicking on that button there. Click it again and it will just minimize. So then you can select which method you would like it to use from the drop down. Of course, make sure that you select save changes so that those changes can be implemented. But now you have profit and ROI figures in your inventory within Profit Protector Pro. Back to me and Holly. We're back.
Okay, so yeah, that one was super quick. Yeah, so that was the profit and ROI. As Kaylee said, it's based on your current buy box price, not necessarily buy box price, your current price. And it just lets you know the profit and ROI that you will get selling at that particular price. So it's really helpful just to have a quick glance at that and just to see what's going on with your items. But I don't think anyone has any questions about it because, like I said, it's a relatively simple feature, but it's really, really good. We are going to be adding some extras to the whole profit and ROI section soon, so that will be really nice as well. Shall we hop over to sleep mode?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Good. In this video, I want to talk to you about an amazing feature within Profit Protector Pro that is sleep mode. So the first thing you need to know is obviously how to get there and how to set up the parameters and turn it on. So if you go to account and then go to my account and then just scroll down, you'll come down to where you see the heading sleep mode. Now, as always, you have a tooltip if you hover over that will give you a little overview about what it's like. But sleep mode will basically, if you ask it to, if you enable it, which you obviously do here, will reset to your max prices during sleep. So during these parameters that you will set here. So now most people using other reprices will be kind of matching buy boxes and following the trends that the other reprices are setting. So basically what it will do is while it's in that sleep mode, so like I said, within those parameters here, it will nudge your price up to your max price, which will then nudge someone else to go up and so on. Now, this is especially beneficial, obviously, if there aren't many of you on the listing, because obviously there's less people for the prices to go up and up and up. Now, other reprices may follow suit, especially if that's what their settings are set to. So then it basically means that when the day starts, the price of your product may start at a higher price, which obviously will put you in a better position to make more profit and have more return on your investment. So the sleep mode within Profit Protector Pro aims to basically maximize your ROI, your return on investment, while you sleep, which is an amazing feature of Profit Protector Pro because obviously you're sleeping and it's still working for you, doing its best to drive up that price and maximize your profit because you want great sales. But on the back of those great sales, you want great profit because without profit, there is no business. So that is the sleep mode. So as I said, come to your account settings Obviously, you need to enable it if you want to turn it on. You need to do your stop repricing time and your restart repricing time. And obviously click the box for reset to max prices during sleep. And also you can tick whether you want it to include those buy box winners. So that is the sleep mode within Profit Protector Pro. Back to me and Holly.
Back. We're back. I see we have a cheeky poll. Did you do that one or did Matt do that one?
No, I did it. Thought I'd get in there first.
Okay, so someone's voted that they wasn't sure what it was. So that's really helpful. I like it when we do these videos and you guys learn what certain features are. So some people love to use the sleep mode. They feel that it kind of like resets their pricing and things like that. Martin said, can this be enabled for single products? No, not currently, Martin. It's account wide. As you saw on the video, there's a box just underneath it. What does it say? Include buy box winners.
Buy box, yeah.
So you can definitely tick that box, and then that will take away the sleep mode for items that you have in the buy box. So obviously it doesn't mess around with that and you don't lose the buy box and things like that. But no, it can't be used for single products just yet. But it's definitely something that we can look into. Roberta said, I never use it yet. Okay, so maybe you can have a go with it and see what kind of results you can get with the sleep mode. Some people really do love it and swear by it, so it's definitely worth trying out. What have we got on the poll? Yeah, so we've got 12% that love it, 75% that don't use it yet, and 12% that wasn't even sure that it was there. So that's good. Okay. This is an email address, so I'm not going to read that out, but I'm just going to read the question. How long does the PPP start working on current listings once setup is done? So once you've entered your min and max and you've selected your strategy and turned an item on, it will start repricing immediately. But it does need all of those things in order to start repricing. So make sure that you have those bits filled in. Shall we do boost figures next? Yep, so this video is going to run you through the Profit Protector Pro boost that you see at the top of the dashboard. So we will see you in a minute.
Okay, so now I'm going to talk to you about the Profit Protector Pro boost. So this is the 30-day PPP boost and the all-time PPP boost. There are two places in your account where you will be able to see these figures. First of all, in the analysis page, it is the top two left boxes here. And then if you go to inventory, it will be the two boxes at the top here. So first of all, what are they? So this is basically additional profit that Profit Protector Pro has generated by selling above the average buy box price. Now the numbers in here aren't real, this is a demo account, but just to illustrate to you. So this is basically additional profit that Profit Protector Pro has made you using those amazing algorithmic strategies that you can use within Profit Protector Pro, and then that is collated and you will see it all time, or you would see the last 30 days. So just to indicate to you how amazing Profit Protector Pro is, and I think it's a really great visual tool that will show you, how much extra profit is being generated by using Profit Protector Pro. So I'll give you an example. Now let's say we have got, let's go to inventory. Let's say we've got this product here, these balloons. So let's say the average buy box price is, let's say £15. And there are 5 sellers all selling at that £15, and we're one of them. So we're selling it for £15, and then there's 4 other sellers. So Profit Protector Pro, using its algorithmic strategy, learns that listing as it goes, and then it takes your current price up to, let's say, £20. Just easy numbers. So from £15 to £20, £5 extra. Profit Protector Pro fishes, it works really hard, and it gets you that buy box, and you keep that buy box, and then you make sales at that higher price. So that is what we would define as a sale above that average buy box price, and you've made £5 over that average buy box price. So let's say you make 5 sales at that price, that's £25. So then that £25 would be included in your Profit Protector Pro boost, because it's sales that you've made above that average buy box price, and it's the amount above that buy box price. I hope I'm making sense to you guys here. It often gets confused that these are kind of your profit totals, so profit during the last 30 days and profit of all time. It's not profit in total. Those numbers would be more than these numbers, would be higher. This is that boost. So as it says here, the additional profit that Profit Protector Pro has generated by selling above that average buy box price. If you ever want to kind of clarify that while you're in here, all you need to do is just hover over the boxes and Profit Protector Pro will give you a tooltip and explain what those boxes are. But that is what those two boxes are that you see at the top when you're in your inventory and also at the top when you're on your analysis page as well. Back to me and Holly.
There we go. So that is the Profit Protector Pro Boost. I really like that. It's really great. It just lets you know exactly how much extra you're making that Profit Protector Pro is gaining for you. So that's really great. So Funmi said, is PPP the same as Sunfully? No, PPP and Sunfully are totally different. So Profit Protector Pro is a repricer. So that's going to reprice all of your listings for you, try and grab you the buy box and get you as many sales as possible. Sunfully is going to record all of your sales and let you know how much you're making and just generally keep on top of your Amazon business. So they are super different, but they do work really well together, and you can access Profit Protector Pro from within your Sunfully account, which is a really nice touch. Karen said, just remember, if you're using in the US, to set your time zone before turning on sleep mode. Yes, that's a very, very good tip. If you don't do that, then it's going to start setting sleep mode at all random times of the day, which you absolutely don't want. Michelle said, many listings don't have an active buy box. How does PPP see these listings in the boost calculation? So in the boost calculation, I don't believe that those particular kinds of listings would be included in that, as it's taking into account the average buy box and what you're making over and above that. So I wouldn't think that it was taking that into account, just because of the nature of what the whole feature is about, really. But yeah, you'll still be making lots of money. It just won't necessarily be being added up within the Profit Protector Pro Boost. So shall we do strategies next?
Yeah, I feel a poll coming.
Okay, so this one's going to go through all of our different kinds of strategies. So yeah, we'll see you in a minute.
In this video, I'm going to talk you through some of the strategies that are available to you within your Profit Protector Pro account. So first of all, how do you get here? Now, all you need to do is log in to your PPP account and then click strategies in the top menu here, and it will take you to this page. This is basically a page that talks you through all of the strategies that are available to you. You'll also notice that under the explanation for each one, there is this kind of key. So there are 6 circles for each one, and then those circles are coloured in depending on how focused that strategy is on sales or profit. So it's just an indicator of what that strategy's focus is. You'll notice as I scroll down that they are sorted so that there is a shift from a heavily sales focused strategy to them being less sales focused and more profit focused. So that's kind of how they're sorted on the page. So coming up, the first one that we have got is the Super Aggressive Dominator. You will definitely have heard us talk about this strategy before. It's a lot of people's favourite strategies. It's definitely Holly's because she always mentions it. So this is, as the name suggests, our most aggressive and will definitely fight for the buy box at a really aggressive rate. Doesn't mean that it would only drop the price in pursuit of the buy box. It will do its best to bring that buy box price up for you and find that sweet spot and maintain those higher buy box sales. So as you can see in the key underneath, there are all 6 circles coloured in for sales and then just 2 for profit, indicating that is a heavily sales focused strategy. This one is used a lot, and the next one that I'm about to touch on when people want to, I think the first thought is when people want to just get rid of stock. So you're less profit focused. Of course, you'd like to make some profit, but you will kind of take a little bit of a hit in terms of profit. I don't mean losing money, but I just mean less profit for those higher sales. And that leads me on to Aggressive Sales Generator. So again, the clue is in the name, still an aggressive strategy, likely to drop the price to pursue that buy box. Check your minimum until you are happy to sell at that price. The Aggressive Sales Generator will undercut other sellers where necessary in its pursuit of that buy box, and it will compete with all sellers irrespective of their fulfillment method. So like I said, ideally if you want to dump stock quickly or on listings where Amazon are selling and they don't like to share that buy box, you'll see here that we have 5 out of 6 circles coloured in for sales and 2 profit. So slightly less on the sales focus than the super aggressive dominator, but the 2 out of the 6 for the profit still. Now our next algorithmic strategy is balanced sales accumulator. You'll notice here that we've got 4 out of 6 for the sales, but we've now got 3 out of 6 for the profit. So seeing that shift slightly as we work down through the strategies. So this is still pretty aggressive in pursuit of the buy box. And as I said with the key, it still favours sales over profit. But it will work a little bit harder on increasing your profits and matching that buy box where it can. If matching the buy box isn't getting you sales, it will undercut your competitors to get that buy box before then driving that price back up again. Ideal for super quick sales, but of course notice that it is a little bit more focused on sales than it is for profit. Coming down, we then have cautious sales enhancer. So you'll notice there with the key, we now have 3 out of 6 for sales and 3 out of 6 for profit. So a pretty balanced strategy, if you like. So also sales focused and therefore still a little bit aggressive, but a little bit more cautious, as the name suggests, in its approach than the other 2 sales focused strategies, and will work harder to increase your profit. Like I said, you've got kind of an equal focus on sales and profit. So on the whole, we'll take an approach of matching the buy box where that buy box is held by an FBA seller. And there might be the odd occasion when it feels it's necessary to take a slightly more aggressive stance, but that will be rare. Ideal for fairly quick sales with the possibility of selling higher than the buy box when it's driving up that profit. Next, we have the dynamic profit builder. So as the name suggests, a profit builder and a more passive approach favouring a match buy box game plan and working hard to increase your profits. You'll notice this is the first strategy now that we've seen where it has kind of shifted the other way. So we have 3 of the 6 circles coloured in for sales, but we now have 4 for profit. So that, as the name suggests, obviously as well, dynamic profit builder, we have seen that shift towards profit focus slightly more than sales in this case. So strategy that will most likely see you get sales over the price of the buy box. If you're an FBA seller and you use a strategy, it won't compete with merchant fulfilled sellers, sorry. And as I said before, it's a kind of a balance of sales and profit. Next, we've then got hybrid profit harvester. So again, you will notice that the profit focus has increased. So we now have 5 out of 6 of those circles coloured in for profit, but we've gone down to 2 out of the 6 for sales. So less aggressive for pursuing the buy box, focus on profit over sales, and suitable for more cautious sellers who want to maximise profits at the cost of slightly slower sales. Coming down, we have then got the passive profit maximizer. So you'll see here straight away from the key, it's really easy to see that this is a profit focused strategy, and obviously the clue is in the name as well. Profit maximizer, all about profit, maximizing that profit. A strategy that will likely slow down your sales because obviously it's focusing on getting you as much profit as possible, not focusing on those fast sales. So if you want to sell something really quickly, then that's not the strategy. This is not the strategy that we would suggest that you choose. If maximum profit is your aim and you don't mind selling a little slower, then this is a really good strategy to choose. Like the key says, very profit focused. We'll spend a lot of time sitting a little bit above that buy box price and might be chosen when other sellers are likely to sell out soon to gain maximum profit. You might also use this strategy if you're choosing the right time in the future to sell and maximize your ROI. Exactly what it kind of says in the name. Passive in its pursuit of the buy box and 100% a profit maximizer, and it will not compete with merchant fulfilled sellers. Then coming down, you've got some other strategies that are not algorithmic strategies, but of course we want to make them available to you to use if you so wish. We would always recommend you use an algorithmic strategy. Obviously that's the magic of Profit Protector Pro, but we do have some that aren't algorithmic. So you have got match buy box, you've got penny under buy box, and you've got penny over buy box. You've also then got match low price, penny under low price, and penny under low FBA price. You've also got penny over low price, penny over low FBA price, 1% under low price, match low FBA price, match low MF price. Then I just want to talk to you about this one a little bit. So this is a used goods or books algorithmic strategy. So this basically uses a list of pricings that are for the same used sub-condition in order to compete with other used listings in that same sub-condition. So it obviously uses algorithms in order to make up this strategy. So if no one is selling in the sub-condition that you are in, it will basically take prices from one category better and one category worse, and then it will figure out an average of where the price should fit based on that competition. So you'll see here that it's fairly equal in terms of focus on sales and profit, but you've got just one little circle shaded in more for profit than you do for sales. So this is a strategy for you if you are not selling new goods and you're selling used goods or books. Coming down, we then have some more algorithmic strategies, but are kind of specific to your fulfillment type. And also the description is in the name, and you've got your key underneath as well. So you've got MF Aggressive Sales Generator, as the key suggests, a lot more focused on sales than it is on profit. Very aggressive and likely to drop the price to pursue that buy box. Make sure you check your minimum. Then you've got MF Balanced Sales Accumulator, which, as the name suggests, obviously is an MF one as well. Another algorithmic strategy, ideal for super quick sales, but obviously notice the key that it is slightly more focused on sales than it is on profit. We've then got MF Cautious Sales Enhancer. So it acts the same as Cautious Sales Enhancer that I spoke about earlier, but obviously this strategy is focused on MF sellers, meaning it's sales focused and therefore still a little aggressive, but a little bit more cautious in its approach than the other two sales focused strategies. As the key suggests, fairly balanced, but a little bit more cautious in its approach than the other two sales focused ones. You've then got MF Dynamic Profit Builder. This is the same as the Dynamic Profit Builder that I spoke about earlier. It's just that these strategies are more focused on MF sellers, so more suitable to you if you are an MF seller too. And of course, you've got your key at the bottom to show you that its focus is slightly more profit focused than sales. So those are all of the strategies that you have access to within Profit Protector Pro. Of course, don't forget that you also have your custom strategies and your automations where you can create your own strategy if there's a certain kind of ASIN or listing that you want to do something slightly different with. But we would definitely recommend that you check out this page if you're unsure about what strategies you should be using and which ones are right for you with specific listings and ASINs. Of course, we would always recommend that you use the algorithmic strategies, as that is what makes Profit Protector Pro so special. Back to me and Holly. Hello.
Hello. We've got lots and lots of questions.
I thought this would be the one where we get the questions.
Yeah, definitely. So that was our strategies. As Kaylee said, super aggressive is my favourite. I'll mention Karen's favourite is balanced,
which is winning the poll at the moment.
Absolutely. So lots of other people obviously share Karen's love for the balanced strategy. So what do we have down here? I used one for used products at the moment. Jelena said, I hope that's working out well for you. It's definitely the one to use if you are selling used products for sure. You don't want to be using any of the other strategies if you're selling used. Jeroen said, are the aggressive algorithms the only ones that create a buy box if there is no buy box? Yes, absolutely. You aren't going to find that the non-algorithmic strategies, you said aggressive algorithmic strategies. They are the ones that are going to most predominantly create you a buy box. So if you're struggling to either get a buy box on a listing or if you're just struggling to obtain the buy box, I would definitely recommend one of the aggressive ones. Jeroen said, if used by an FBA seller will not compete with merchant fulfilled sellers, what does that mean? Does it then match the price or the price above if used by an FBA seller? So basically what it's saying to you is it's just not going to compete with the prices of the merchant fulfilled sellers. A lot of FBA sellers don't want to compete with MF sellers simply because they often have to lower their price significantly to obtain the buy box, because obviously FBA sellers have more of a what's the word that I'm looking for? My mind's gone blank. They are it's not entitled, but they are more likely to get the buy box. Eligible, yeah. They're mind you, because you are still eligible as an MF seller. I can't think of the word that I'm trying to say. You are more likely to get the buy box if you are an FBA seller. So that then means that if you are competing with MF sellers, it's not always going to work the way that you want it to, because it's going to try and bring that price down to try and compete with those when really you don't need to. I hope that makes more sense. I realise I rambled a lot then. If you'd like me to go over it again, just let me know. Hector said how PPP works when the product moves from FBA to FBM and also the other way around. I'm not sure I understand the question, but if you have a listing that you are moving from FBA to FBM, I think that's what you're saying. If you do that, then you're going to want to change your strategy. So you're going to want to use an fulfilled by merchant strategy and not one of the regular algorithmic strategies. So just make sure that you're doing that. But if I've got the wrong end of the stick with that, then just let me know and we can go over it again. Robert says, I need to know the best strategy as need to get more sales with profit. I have 2 or 3 different ones running. Okay, so I can't give a whole lot of advice in regards to which ones would work best for each of your listings, because obviously I don't know what they are. But if you would like to send an email over to info@profitprotectorpro.com and then send over a couple of ASINs that you are struggling with, and we can definitely take a look at it and advise you on which one would be best for you to use. Karen said, I love Cautious too. Yes, you do. Absolutely. Cautious is a good one as well. Mark, how do all the algorithmic strategies work if there is no buy box? So the aggressive algorithmic strategies are going to try and create you a buy box. A lot of the algorithmic strategies are going to do that, but obviously with the aggressive ones, it's just going to be a lot more aggressive at trying to create a buy box for you. So yeah, it's going to try and create you a buy box. It's still going to try and get you those sales. The algorithmic strategies are going to do whatever they need to do to try and get you those sales. Then we have another question. How do I toggle the option to switch on repricing? Where can I find the toggle button? I'm logged into PPP right now. So it depends which view you have it on. If you have it on the multi-view, then it should be at the bottom. If you've it's hard to explain. If you've got the section at the top where it shows you what the listing is, and then you've got like little what do we call them, little columns for each marketplace, then the toggle is just at the bottom, and when it's on, it'll be blue, and when it's off, it'll be grey. But if you have a different view, then let me know, and I can try and explain where that one is as well. Samaya said balanced sales helps me a lot. Yeah, it's really great. All of the algorithmic strategies, whichever one you Anna's emailed you to try and help you figure out how to turn the toggles on. But all of the algorithmic strategies, they're really great. They really help with sales. They're so much better than the generic kind of strategies that you'll find. Obviously, we do have them because there are certain circumstances where you might need them, but it's definitely always best to stick with your algorithmic ones. They're going to get you more sales. They're going to try and push the price up as much as possible. So yeah, definitely stick with those. Okay, do we only have one video left?
Yeah. Robert's just said, is this about which strategy? Are you able to tell which strategy the sales came from?
So you'll only have one strategy per listing. And if you had a certain strategy turned on at a certain time and some sales came in, then you would know that it came from that particular strategy. But there isn't anywhere on Profit Protector Pro itself that's going to let you know how many sales came from a certain strategy. But it's definitely something that we could look into. It would probably be quite interesting to have that information. Jem said, I am I'm in a listing with 150 FBA competitors. My cost is $20 over actual buy box price. What should I do? It's a fast selling product, but new players are still coming to the product, so it will take me months to wait for the right price. Should I dump the product? If so, which strategy to follow? Okay. So in that scenario, obviously, if you can't wait it out in order to get a good price, then it might be worth dumping the stock to a certain extent. It just depends what kind of position you're in and as to whether you can afford to hold on to that stock for long enough. If you do decide that you want to dump the stock, then I don't ever like to say this because I don't think that it's a good thing to do. But if you are wanting to get rid of that stock, then you could potentially go to penny under. Again, not something that I would suggest for the vast majority of listings and the vast majority of sellers. It's not something that you want to get into because it really plummets the price, and it's just not necessary. You could also lower your min and your max. Obviously lower your min to the lowest that you're able to sell, probably your break-even price. But yeah, I think that's what I would do if I was looking to dump the stock. But the best case scenario is to hold on to that stock for a little bit longer and wait for them to sell out. But obviously I understand that there are a lot of sellers on that listing and it might be difficult or not doable to hold on to the stock for that long. But I hope that answers your question. If you need any more help or if you would like us to take a look at the listing and really analyze it and see what's best to do, then just send the ASIN over to info@profitprotectorpro.com and we will have a look for you. Okay, I don't think we have any more questions, so I think we'll jump over to our bulk inventory video.
Okay.
See you in a minute.
See you in a minute. In this video today, I want to talk to you about the bulk inventory management section of your Profit Protector Pro account, what this is, the process that you need to follow in order to use this feature, and also really exciting now that automations has been added to this. So you can now add automations to your ASINs using this feature. So I'll show you that too. So first of all, how do you get here? You just need to log into your Profit Protector Pro account and click on bulk inventory on the top menu here, and this page will load. Now, first of all, it's worth noting what you can and can't edit within the document. If you're ever not sure, just look at the first sentence on this page. So you can tweak or edit the minimum and maximums, the break even, the cost price, and your strategy, and obviously now automation. And it enables you to manage all of your listings in one place. If there's a change that you want to implement, you can edit all of your listings in one go, upload it onto Profit Protector Pro, and those changes will be put into place. Now, obviously there are some columns within that are not editable. It won't be saved. You don't want to be tweaking those and kind of messing around with those, because otherwise it will influence and make it kind of not edited within your account. So first of all, you've got your three buttons here. So you can download your full inventory CSV, you can download your in-stock inventory CSV, and download a blank template. So obviously, depending on what you use, you might use Excel, you might use Numbers if you have a Mac, or you can use Google Sheets as well. So there's 3 links here which will talk you through exactly how it works depending on what software you're using. So first of all, you need to just choose one of these buttons here and download the document. That's your first step. Now, just before I do that, I just want to show you some keys which are just underneath. So the first one is the marketplace ID. You'll notice that on the left-hand side you have the country, and then on the right you have the marketplace ID. So these are kind of what the marketplaces are, the kind of the code, if you like, that you need to use in your document in order for it to know which marketplace it's referring to. And you've got the same with strategies. So each strategy has an ID, so a number basically. You've got your repricing switched off, which is 0. You've got default, which is -100. You've got all of the other amazing strategies, and they each have a number, and then custom strategy at the bottom as well, which is -1. Now these will make more sense when I show you the document, so don't worry about that just yet. So the first thing I'm going to do is click on download full inventory CSV, and you'll see that this opens with an Excel spreadsheet here. So I mentioned these columns earlier. So here you've got the ones that you can edit, which is your minimum price, your maximum price, your cost price, which is that one, buy price there. You've got your strategy, so strategy ID here, and then custom strategy. Now basically what this means is if you want to set onto a custom strategy, you would put in the corresponding number to a custom strategy, which if we go back to that key, you will see, which is, come down to the bottom, I just want to show you. So custom strategy is -1. So then if we come back to our Excel spreadsheet, I would put -1 in this box, but then obviously Profit Protector Pro needs to know which custom strategy you want to apply. So in there, you would just put the name of the custom strategy. And obviously it's important to make sure that the name is exactly as it is in your custom strategies in Profit Protector Pro so that it's enabled it to link together. Now, the really exciting thing now is that recently automations has been added to this. I'm just going to move this over you so you can see it. So now you'll notice the column in the far right is automation name. So I know a few of you are asking for this. So it's really exciting that the developers have put this into place within the bulk automations. So now the bulk inventory. So all you need to do is put in the automation name underneath that heading in that column next to whichever listing, whichever ASIN you want it to apply to. Again, like the custom strategies, make sure that the name is exactly what the automation is called in your Profit Protector Pro account so that PPP can make that link. So all you need to do is make the changes on this document that you want to make. So whether that's changing the minimum or maximum price, whether that's changing the strategy ID, whether that's adding an automation, and obviously you can do it to all of them, or you can pick out the ones that you want to do it to. It's just enabling you to kind of see all of it in one place and make those changes. Once you're happy with what you've done and you're ready to go, all you need to do is save this file. Now, it's really important that you save it as a CSV file because that's how it works. So I'm going to go File, Save As, make sure that it's CSV, so it says comma separated values here. So I'm just going to save that onto my desktop. Save, so that's saved. So let me close that one. Then in order for you to implement those changes, all you need to do is come back to the bulk inventory management page and click Upload Inventory CSV. Here you would just upload the document that you have just saved. Now I'm going to mention here, and it obviously says it, there's a please note, and it says this will override data for existing SKUs. So you obviously need to bear in mind that any changes made will override and overwrite any data for existing SKUs. So make sure that you want to make those changes. Obviously, it's great that you have the ability to do so, and the bulk inventory management tool is such an important part of Profit Protector Pro. But you need to make sure that you're happy with what you've put in that document, because once you've uploaded it, those changes will be made. So I'm happy, I'm ready to go. So I'm just going to click Select CSV File. Then you come to where you've saved that folder and just choose that document. Then it comes up with the file name, and all you need to do is click Upload. Now you'll see I had a really short the cog was turning and then it just says success. Your CSV has been uploaded. It may take a short while to process. Please check back here soon for progress update. And that is it. Simple as. So all you need to do is download the document, make the changes that you want to make, and bear in mind the columns that you can and you can't edit. Use these keys for the strategies if you want to edit the strategies. Save that file as a CSV file and then upload it to your inventory, and that's it. Profit Protector Pro will implement those changes for your inventory, and that's a super easy way to manage your inventory in bulk. Any questions, just drop an email to info@profitprotectorpro.com. I hope you're just as excited as I am about the fact that you can now add automations to your ASINs using this feature. Back to me and Holly. Hello.
Hello, we're back. I think we have another question. So that's the bulk inventory feature. Makes it super easy so that you can update all of your mins and maxes all at once, your strategies, and as Kaylee said, the automations, which is a really nice thing to have in there.
And that happened after the last, we did the last webinar, the training, didn't it?
It didn't it? Yeah. Yeah. A developer was listening to the webinar and heard that it was something that we needed, and he just put it in there really quick. Michelle said, does the upload CSV file overwrite the note field? That is a very good question that I actually don't know the answer to. I don't believe that it should. I think it would. I'll have to double check and come back to you. So if you could message me on Facebook or message the support team on info@profitprotectorpro.com, then we can come back to you on that. I would have thought the only time that it would overwrite is when you put something new in there. So if you were to change it, then I assume that it would overwrite there. But that is a very good question that I don't know the answer to. So I will ask and figure that out for you. Robert said, when a sale happens on Amazon, is the quantity taken from PPP? As I have just checked one product where I sold 5 quantity but still shows 5 quantity in Profit Protector Pro. It might be that Amazon are just still telling us that you have 5 in stock. Maybe the sale hasn't fully completed yet or something like that. It's not really something that you massively need to worry about, but if you want us to take a look at it, then again, just email us with the ASIN to info@profitprotectorpro.com. But yeah, it may just be the fact that the sale hasn't completed yet. But Profit Protector Pro is going to carry on repricing for you, regardless of the amount that you have in stock, regardless of whether it's in stock or out of stock. So that's always handy to know, just in case it's something that you worry about. But yeah, let us take a look into it and we can figure that out. Kaylee's just put the email in the chat if any of you need to reach out to us. So you did a poll, didn't you?
Yeah, let's have a look.
So we've got 22% that do use it and love it, and we've got 55% that don't use it, and then we've got 11% that didn't know how it worked, and 11% that will give it a go. So that's always good. I really like it when we show people how to use things and then go away from these and use new bits of the software. A lot of people like to just manage their ASINs via the dashboard because it's just obviously a lot more visual than looking at a Excel spreadsheet. But if you've got lots and lots of ASINs, and maybe you've got lots whereby you've got a lot of the same figures going on in there, then it just makes it really, really easy to use an Excel sheet. Do we have any more questions? Because that was our last video. We don't have any more videos. We don't have anything extra to go through. So if any of you have any questions at all, then just pop them in the chat and we can go over them for you. I think maybe we should do more videos next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe a couple more topics.
Or let us know what you'd like to see a video on. We can do it next time.
Yeah, let us know if there's anything that you struggle with, anything that you'd like to know, and we can include that in our next live. Jeroen said, what is the process on the roadmap feature, the automation
progress
on the roadmap feature, lower the min price, for example? 1 second, sorry, I need to read it again. What is the process on the roadmap feature that automation and lower the min price, for example? I'm not sure that I understand. Do you understand the question?
I think automation can lower the min price.
Oh, about
maybe. What is the
progress on the roadmap feature for automations?
Did we mainly say it was something we were going to look into? One of the automation options.
Oh, okay, sorry. I think the roadmap feature bit was throwing me off. Okay. So we can't. Okay, let's put another question. When X days no sales, set min price to the break even. Yeah. Okay, I understand now. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're definitely going to get that in there. It's not in there just yet. We have a few other things that we've been working on, and so we've just got to manage the dev time to a certain extent, developer time. So we'll definitely get that in there. It's super important that we put that in, but it's not there just yet. We'll make a post about it in the Profit Protector Pro Facebook group when that does go live, though. Jem said, out of the blue question maybe, but when is Sunfully coming to the US? Okay, that's the $1 million question that I don't know the answer to. I think we're hoping to have it out somewhere in the summertime, maybe. But we have to make sure that Sunfully in its current format is working properly and as it should, and all of the features are running smoothly before we can move over to the US. So we just want to make sure that it's perfected for you guys before we launch it to you, I guess. Mark said, is adding notes to the Chrome extension on the to-do list? Yes, absolutely, it is on the to-do list. Again, once we've got that in there, we will post it in the Profit Protector Pro Facebook group. But yeah, I think that would be super helpful if you could just pop a note in. That would be nice. So we'll definitely get that in there. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. It's been a fun one. I hope that this has helped you a lot. Like we said, if you have anything that you would like to be covered in the next Profit Protector Pro deep dive, then just let us know. You can email us or send us a PM on Facebook, and we'll get that done next time.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you all soon.
See you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.